Greetings once again, fellow book lovers. It's time for another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online, where I present to you a book that I've read, reviewed, and recommend. And today's book is Bonded in Death by J.D. Robb. This is published by St. Martin's Griffin. It retails for $19 in the United States, $26 in Canada, and it is 373 pages long. Anyone who's familiar with the In Death series knows that these are quality books. In fact, this is book 60 of the In Death series. Now, J.D. Robb, who we also know is Nora Roberts, has written so many books during her lifetime, but this In Death series is exceptionally good. Now, there's a question and answer at the back of the book where she talks about the series. And originally, when she started it many, many years ago, it was to be a trilogy. She only was going to do 3 books in the series. And they became so popular that she just continued. And so 3 became 60. So thank goodness she didn't stop at 3, because she's given us 60 quality books, including this one. Now, this one looks back, the stories are set in 2061. This book looks back to the urban wars that have been discussed in other editions of In Death, and they took place in 2024. And there's a group of people called the 12 who were fighting the Dominion, the resistance movement, and it involves them. In fact, one of the men, Giovanni Rossi, who was also his codename the Wasp, because they all had code names, he's a very elderly man. He's lured to New York with the premise of meeting someone that he knows very well. So he goes there, and he's found later dead in the back of a car, and there's no apparent cause of death. But as they investigate later, they found out there's a secret sort of chemical that hasn't been seen for years that killed him. Now, all these in-depth books feature Lieutenant Eve Dallas, and she is the officer who headlines every single book. And with her partner Delia Peabody and her husband Roarke, they look into the case of Giovanni Rossi, who died, knowing it is connected to the urban wars. Now, there's a man that's been in several previous books. His name is Somerset, and he is sort of a father figure at times to Eve Dallas. He's associated with Roarke as well. Now, he's a very secretive man, and he has sort of distanced himself from Eve in a lot of the books. But in this one, she insists that he tell the story of the urban wars, how Giovanni Rossi got to New York, and why he was targeted and killed. Now, there are 7 members of the original 12 who are still alive. And it is apparent that someone is wanting them to come to New York so they can be terminated as well. Now, we don't know who the person is. We have a lot of possibilities, but we're unsure of why this person suddenly, from 2024 up to 2061, is targeting these people. Now, there's also a sub-story of a young boy that is abducted by the person who is behind it all. And so it becomes, let's just say it's classic J.D. Robb. She always writes great books in the In Death series. In fact, I don't think I've ever read one that I would say was totally subpar. They're all above average, and Bonded in Death is definitely, for book number 60, J.D. Robb certainly can create a story that is compelling and keeps you on the edge of your seat, literally. So if you do purchase this book, please let me know if you do agree with my review. I kind of think you will, because if you've never read an in-depth book yet, you got to get to your bookstore right away. It doesn't matter if you buy this one. Anyone in the series is exceptional. So just letting you know. So I do thank you, as always, for watching these reviews. Hopefully you do find them informative. And when you go to your local bookstore, it gives you an idea what to buy next. So I'll be back again very soon with another excellent book. And until then, as I always say, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I will see you at the bookstore. Bye for now.